This next set of videos is pretty much in response to every week that it's impossible to enjoy a football game. I might as well post a video. Why not, right?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose spots.
As far as I'm concerned, Colin Kaepernick is absolutely irrelevant. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to hear from him again. I don't want to hear a damn word about anything that he has to say about our nation, the issues that we have, racial injustices, needing change, etc., etc. He comes across as a flaming hypocrite. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in a damn word that he has to say. And quite frankly, I hope he goes away. He's lucky to be in the league right now. He's 0-3 as a starter this year, only completing 52% of his passes. He hasn't won a game. He doesn't look good at the quarterback spot. I don't care about rust. I don't care about anything else. My days of rooting for him have come to an end.
Serve your communities. Don't be a part of the problem. We're hiring. We're hiring. Get off that protest line and put an application in. And we'll put you in your neighborhood and we will help you resolve some of the problems you're protesting about.
This is week 5 of the NFL and their protest against Donald Trump. And really, this is, I say, against Donald Trump. The guys is police brutality, but I really think it's really against Donald Trump because he said what he said. I hate this. I can't watch the NFL. You know, I don't care what the color they are. You know, the thing that really kicked the bricks for me was you stand with reverence for God Save the Queen and you sit down for the Star Spangled Banner. Let me repeat that. UK sings their national anthem and you stand, and then when in the same hour they play the Star Spangled Banner and you sit down and you teach our young people to sit down. And you're not going to go to the hood and make a difference. I can't do it. I can't watch it. You can watch it. I can't watch it. Rich, young, gifted athletes who could do anything they want with their money, they get to live out their dreams while we get to pay to watch them. Not doing it. Same goes for the news. I got to where I just watch the Weather Channel. And then maybe I'll watch the news at some point because they're all in bed with each other.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
And they're trying to teach us to hate our country. You know, they don't interview working class people too much anymore about anything that matters. They don't talk about race, Trump, Black Lives Matter. They don't talk to working class people too much anymore. And I want you to just listen. This is just a look back from 2016 up to this present day. Just listen to what these people have to say on these issues. And since we're so racist and race conscious, let's just focus on people of color. You know, and I talk to folk. I haven't talked to one person of color who voted for Trump who regrets it. Not one. Listen to these people. Listen to their passion. Listen to the intelligence. Listen to the argument. You may agree, you may not agree. That's fine. But listen to them. They will amaze you. They will amaze you. Because white folks, rural folks didn't just vote for Trump. There aren't enough of them. Blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, men, women supported him, or we wouldn't have won. So just listen.
Sir, my name is Jeffrey. What is your name?
They call me Big Joe.
Big Joe.
Yeah.
I can see why. Big Joe, what are you doing here today?
I'm just passing through. I have nothing to do with this whatever you want to call this. I don't even understand why they're having this. They had an inauguration yesterday, and now we have all this. What did Trump do for all of this to happen? He just came into office. What is this? I see signs of unity and love and peace, and yet at his inauguration they were burning a McDonald's, a Starbucks, limousines, and anarchy in the streets. This is what is this?
I'm sick of this race and divide. It's always divide and conquer. It's a scam, and I know it's not going to get on CNN.
I'm an American Muslim supporting Trump.
Total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
I'd rather take a flawed candidate over a candidate that has a lot of talk and not much to show for it. And that is one of the many reasons why I support Donald Trump.
Hi, I wanted to make a quick video on why I support Donald Trump. Mainly is his immigration platform. A lot of people, like myself, came here illegally and spent a lot of time and money trying to fix our status, while other ones just want to jump in the line and expect the same rights as citizens. So I think it's kind of unfair. Currently we spend $113 billion a year on illegal immigration that could easily be used for our military, all the veterans of wars dying on the streets.
And I want to return to we the people, where they work for us, not the other way around. So before you ask me how a Latina can possibly vote for Donald J. Trump, ask yourself how you, a sane American, can vote for Hillary.
I like Trump because he has the guts to say, what the rest of us are thinking, and we just don't have the guts to say it.
It's been said that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. Coming from the inner city streets of East Oakland, it wasn't a handout that got me ahead, but it was a hand up. Learning a trade, overcoming obstacles, working hard, learning what it means to persevere no matter what comes against you. And that is why I support Donald J. Trump to be the next president of the United States of America. He will secure this country, he will bring back jobs, and he will make America great again. You better believe that.
And I've done some prison time, I've done my thing, and I came to Colorado to get a new start, to start working out here in Colorado because there's a lot of business. I go to work, I run concrete. These guys, there's a lot of Mexicans that don't speak Spanish or don't speak English, and they hate me because I speak only English. So what do? How do we find people that are more awake? That's my question. They have to, but they hate people like me, Chicanos, people that are Mexican Americans that are trying to start a life for themselves, and they push us down. Honestly, I bust my ass on a daily basis because of my family, because of people that I love and I care about. So, like this kind of stuff, this is beautiful to me. This is beautiful. So,
you're talking about how do I meet up with people? You got a whole group of awake people right around you right now.
In Colorado. Now this is what's great. This is why we're here, because of people that are like this. This is important to me. I believe in Trump. I believe it's a spiritual war, not just a political and out like this. It's a spiritual war, and it really affects me.
That Time magazine tweeted out reporting that it had been removed from the Oval Office. They had to retract that statement and say, well, actually, maybe a Secret Service member was just blocking its way. What did you make of that whole thing?
I am so glad that President Donald Trump knows how to tweet. He will quickly correct many things. The bust of my uncle Martin Luther King Jr. is there. A reporter was standing in front of it, so they couldn't see it. You know, I was.
And after we have achieved historic turnout in 2008 and 2012, especially in the African American community, I will consider it a personal insult. An insult to my legacy if this community lets down its guard and fails to activate itself in this election. You want to give me a good send-off? Go vote!
This is his words, not mine. He said it'd be an insult to him, to his legacy, if they don't go out and vote. Take it for granted. Barry, I am going out to vote. You see this, Barry? You see that? You know what was an insult? it was an insult that the black community went out 90% each time, over 90% each time, and voted for your black ass. And you did not help the black community out one bit.
I've been out here making sure that I express my support for Mr. Donald J. Trump. And I'm fighting back against people like Black Lives Matter, which CNN supports, along with the Hillary Clinton Foundation and the Bill Clinton Foundation, the traitors to this country.
What's up, Twitter? It's your boy OT. Imagine if you were on a team where the coach always told you couldn't win the game because the other team had the refs on their side and the game was stacked against you. Well, guess what, liberals? That's what you do to minorities. All you do is bring division to America. All you do is tell people that the white man is out to get them. All you do is divide Americans. You say that men are against women. You say that whites are against black. You say that straights are against gay. You say that Christians are against atheists. And I'm sick and tired of you dividing this country. And so you know what? I call you out on your BS, and I say America first, and I say Trump 2016, and I say believe it.
Black Lives Matter is a ploy. Black Lives Matter is funded and funneled through a white man named George Soros, who goes out and pays protesters to destroy shit and make us look bad. And also, Black Lives Matter is not an organization about rebuilding the black community. They're not an organization about helping socially engineer black people out of these ghettos, out of the projects, getting them off welfare. They're not talking about any of that shit.
I am a Trump supporter. I don't know if I would vote for him, but I have to support what he's standing for because I've been seeing all this opposition coming from Bernie and Hillary supporters and sitting there talking about we're liberal, we're loving, we just want peace, yet they throw eggs at you and punch you in the mouth because they're peaceful and loving. I saw what went down in Southern California. It got to me. I had to come out here and actually talk about what's going on. These people don't want to talk to you. That's the problem. They sit there and say they don't have double standards and that they're not hypocritical. They'll come up to you and just yell and scream like you're nobody. We hate you. You're racist, you're misogynist, homophobic. I have black friends, I have white friends, I have Mexican friends. And supposedly I'm a racist. Wow, that's crazy. My family is black. We're all mixed, okay? So it has nothing to do with race. I think Trump is really just trying to get the sovereignty back in America when he's talking about...
I don't see the division. No, sir. They're not? I don't see division.
All this chaos has been going on in all Trump rallies or not?
Because people are making it about that because they're small-minded.
So do you know that Cleveland, Ohio is a city of immigrants?
They don't get it.
So it's not Trump, it's the people.
Founded this city?
It's the people who don't understand.
So it's not a...
Remember that all the violence involving Trump was at Trump rallies. There was no violence at Hillary rallies. If the Trump people were causing violence, you think they'd show up at Hillary's rallies and disrupt those. But no, the disruption was always the Trump rally. The disruption was always the Trump inauguration. The inaugural people were just there to celebrate. They were the ones who were being blocked. Now again, think of it this way. What would happen if hundreds of masked Republicans showed up and blocked Obama's inauguration? Try to imagine how the press would have reacted to that. There would have been absolute apoplexy over it. And so what we have here is a kind of a strange phenomenon, which is that the very blocking of free speech, the very terrorizing of opponents, the very isolation of views that you don't want to hear, this is actually the behavior of the fascists. This is not anti-fascism. This is actually characteristic of fascism itself. So how is it possible to engage in anti-fascism while doing fascist stuff?
Let's get to you next.
Are they rapists?
Are all Mexicans rapists?
Yes.
No, obviously not.
No, but not all. Not all.
The
thing he said, he never said the majority.
The large
he never
amount.
said the majority.
The large amount.
A large amount. Okay.
Are they rapists?
Listen.
Are they rapists? I'll just say yes or no. Are they rapists?
No, there's no yes or no.
Because he said it, so I want you to see if you agree with it.
I got to quantitate it. Okay. So if 500 people come in.
How many Trump supporters have embraced you?
And if 500 people come in.
Yeah.
And if 200 of those people are rapists.
Okay.
Isn't that a large amount?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. So are they rapists?
No, I'm asking you.
You're the one who said that, yeah, you agree with his policies.
I agree with his policies, but he never said what you said.
How many of you voting for Hillary? You don't have to raise your hands. I do not blame you for wanting a female president. But that's a wicked woman.
Now is
they have created a refugee crisis that is destabilizing the countries in Europe. So when Mr. Trump said we can't allow these Muslims, refugees, into America. Now, a lot of people were upset with him, but I know, sir, that the hatred for America in the Muslim world. So in this way, Mr. Trump, I think, is wise to vet anyone coming from that area into America. And it's like politicians who don't have money but have ideas, and they parade themselves before rich and powerful people to get money apparently for their ideas that the rich agree with. But the moment that they become what they're looking to become, they find that the rich have an agenda for them, that the rich have something to ask of them, like the John asks of the prostitute. And that's one of the things that I admire about Mr. Trump, because he told them all, I don't want your money. And when a politician does not want money from the rich, he's freer than the others to really do good for the masses of the people. And I think that today we are in the midst of the darkest hour in American history. And so if we don't make the right move with the right people at the right time, the America that we know, we're not going to see it become great again.
You lost because you told the poor, white, working families in rural Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan that despite losing their jobs, despite their factories closing down and their communities emptying out, that they were the privileged ones because of their skin color, that they benefit from white privilege. You guys are the privileged ones. You guys are so fucking out of touch. You're sitting in your big comfy chairs in your large office spaces up in the ivory towers of university sociology departments. And you actually think we working class people give two shits and a fuck about your identity politics. You think we care about intersectional trans feminism when, look, I come from a working class family, alright? And the struggle doesn't discriminate. The struggle is the same. Our parents work their hands off to provide a better future for us so we don't have to struggle. And when their jobs left, that dream left with them. And you actually think we care about fucking identity politics when the first thing that pops into our mind when we wake up is whether or not we're gonna make rent this month, whether or not we have money for food in our budget, or whether or not our bronze tier Obamacare plan covers little Brittany's weird cough. Brittany is sick, so sick. We don't know what's wrong with her. It might be because we don't have enough money and we can only afford to feed her cold chicken tendies.
That's right. That's right. Check your privilege.
And yet you guys are the real racist ones, but you've redefined the word racism to mean power, privilege, and prejudice. You've twisted the definition so that we can't use the word against you, but you can use the word against us and against anybody that disagrees with you. Because under this new definition, all white people are racist. All people that defend white people are either racist themselves or they're self-hating Uncle Toms or Uncle Changs. Yesterday, you pepper sprayed a woman that was no threat to you. She was talking to a camera crew. You pepper sprayed her because she was wearing a Trump hat. You threw rocks at people that just wanted to hear Milo speak. It doesn't matter that you disagree with Milo. You do not hit and attack and smash people with rocks just because they wanted to hear what he has to say. I gotta go home now.
That's right. Please clap.
Really nice.
We must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.